They try to bend and they try to break me by design. But I am the nightmare that will haunt you in the night. If that's what that you want, then I'm ready to play. And the world's gonna know my name. Know my name. Know my name. Know my. Everywhere that I go, every failure I fall, every crack in my bones, I'm untouchable. Everywhere that I go, every failure I fall, every crack in my bones, I'm untouchable.
All right. Well, this is something that we've all been talking about for a minute. Welcome in. This is Into the Wrestleverse. I am Ace. You guys see me all the time on here. That's my dude, Joey. He sits in with me from time to time. And Alex, and these two men, let me tell you, are some of the biggest wrestling fans that I know. And with the Royal Rumble less than 45, just a little over 45 minutes away from now, they decided, let's run a show. Let's talk a little predictions. Let's see what kind of stuff we can come up with. We already got some people in the chat. Where do you boys want to start? Well, first off, how are you guys doing?
Excited.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Excited. I love your shirt, Joey. See, tonight I wore my She's My Mommy shirt.
Yes.
In honor of Rhea. You know, I don't think she's on tonight, but I'll still make sure I rep her.
I don't see why not, though. I mean, last year Charlotte was champion. She was in the Rumble.
I doubt it'll happen. But anyways, why don't we
Brock also did the Rumble. He was champion too.
I want y'all's opinion on this one. So there's only four matches tonight. There's the Women's Rumble, the Men's Rumble, the Fatal 4-Way, and then Logan Paul versus KO for the United States Championship. Joey, why don't we start with you, man? What about this rivalry kind of stands out to you, and are you looking forward to this match?
I am. The way the fire's there, that he's there, the way they've been building up, and just like they hate each other. Like they want to get to each other's throats. And I'm looking for a hard fought, ass kicking match, and I am rooting for Kevin Owens tonight. I think it's gonna be a great match.
I think if you're a casual fan, you probably have no idea who, that Logan Paul was even in wrestling right now. I think that they've done a good job of building you to.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. Like when he first came, when I first saw him, when he first came to wrestling, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I was just like, but then over time, it's like, damn, like he puts on good shows. He's entertaining. He's a high flyer. It's like, okay, I respect that. And the more he's building, it's like, okay, there's definitely something there in him. So yeah, I do like him as a wrestler, but Kevin Owens needs to shut him up and take that title away.
So here's the reason that I don't think that happens tonight. I think Wes is right. I think Logan wins.
I agree.
I think they're gonna wait till WrestleMania and have L.A. Knight. Take the title off him at Mania. So that's what I think is going to happen.
Yes,
so I think he holds it until then. Logan Paul's been a wrestling fan for a minute, and one thing I'll say about him is I've watched some of his matches, and it's nice to see a guy not afraid to take some of these risks that other guys don't take when they come in as celebrities. He's had matches with Roman Reigns. And that was a match I thought was going to be completely just terrible. Viral. And that was a good match. So in this match, I think KO is going to get a lot of hits in. I think they're going to make KO look good, but I think at the end, I think Logan just kind of
100%
cheap shots his way to the win.
It's like another person that I respect, and it's like I was not expecting him to look so good in the ring, is Bad Bunny. He's had some great matches as well.
Yeah, they should do Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul.
The
battle of the celebrities.
right?
I think they should
But-
bring back Johnny Knoxville.
That match was fucking terrible.
Jackass match. Knoxville versus Logan Paul.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Well, I think KO loses this. Alex, I don't know what your thoughts are on this.
So obviously, I want to see KO win. Big KO fan. Fight Owens fight. Look at the beard. Come on. Like Logan Paul, he can put on a show though. He is doing good with all the matches he's been in. He's surprised everybody. You know, I think that they do give it to Logan and they just have KO as a different fighting style that he's not used to. You know, they have him do what best they can for a show, but at the end of the day, you know, I do think Logan's going to take it and keep that title. You got to look at everything he's doing, even outside of the wrestling company, that's showing off with the U.S. title.
You know who he reminds me of so much, if you really think about it. But I think he's just more athletic, and I think he's very similar to the Miz.
Who's similar to the Miz?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I despised the Miz for the longest time, and then like the longer he wrestled and shit, I was like, oh, you know what? Like, dude actually has worked his way into my heart. You know?
Yeah, he's come a long way since his debut. Mm-hmm. Look at that, we got Titus falling on the ring.
Yo, I was just talking about that with this dude, and we were talking about how like that was like a split second away from a complete tragedy. Like if Titus busts his head on that bar that's underneath the ring, like he's fucking dead and nobody talks.
Or even like if he would have caught his chin on the fucking bar for the ring in general.
Yeah.
All right, so in the chat we have a lot of chatter about this match tonight, the Fatal 4-Way for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Lot of so that's for the Royal Rumble. So we have Michael who thinks Roman's gonna stack all three of them on top of each other and pin them all at once, kind of like how he did WrestleMania with Edge and Daniel Bryan. Yep. So obviously we know Roman's not losing the belt, right? Like everybody knows that at this point. Like this isn't a fucking surprise.
Ooh, mommy.
I think Randy ends up getting pinned personally. Like Wes right here,
I disagree.
Who do you think gets pinned?
I think the week right now in this match, the weakest link who will get pinned is going to be Styles. Styles will get pinned tonight.
I actually,
you know what? That's actually not bad. That's not bad. Styles is kind of because yes, but no. It's right now. LA Knight is hot. Like he is hot. Like he's the fan favorite. You know they want to keep pushing him, but they don't want to They want to keep building him up. So they're not going to have him lose. And obviously they don't want to have Randy Orton lose because it's too soon for that. And him with his rival with the Bloodline. So yeah, the only other person left in that ring is AJ Styles. So I honestly think AJ Styles will be the one taking the fall. I'm gonna just say this, Michael. If Roman pins all three dudes, you just buried every single one of them.
Yeah.
Like I think I was watching a podcast on Roman's character, and people were talking about like just basically how he needs to start winning without like the cheating, without the bloodline interfering. Yeah. So tonight I think it's one of those matches where, because it's a fatal 4, I don't think he necessarily has to cheat to win. I think he can get away with like somebody doing a finisher and then him throwing that person out of the ring or hitting somebody else with a finisher, and that's how they put him over.
Well, I also believe one of those stipulations is like if Roman Reigns didn't sign a contract, he had to forfeit his title. I also think that the bloodline is banned from the ring. That if they show up or interfere, he automatically loses the title. So I think he will be 1-on-1.
I don't know. I feel like they've done that before and it's happened. So I don't know. I think if for Roman to like get to that last level of this character, because clearly it's over at WrestleMania, or at least the majority of people think, for him to get to that next level,
before too,
he has to like show that he can win by himself now. You know what I mean? Like he was the badass when he first came back. then the bloodline story, and now get back to that badass character that he was.
Yeah.
So you said you guys were talking about this before the show. What were you guys talking about?
When Roman's gonna actually lose the title.
And like I was explaining to him, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, everyone don't like Roman. Everyone keeps saying that, oh, Roman, he's a part-timer, this, and this. But people don't understand that Roman Reigns, yes, he deserves this. Roman Reigns also has a condition where he can't be at every match or anything because of his leukemia and all that. So my thing, they're gonna have Roman, and right now Roman Reigns is selling tickets. There ain't no one that's selling more tickets, more merch than Roman Reigns right now. And Roman Reigns, they're gonna have him at least beat Hulk Hogan. They're not gonna make him beat Brutal. And that's
yeah, but how many days left until Hogan's record is broke? I know Wes knows.
SummerSlam. It'll be SummerSlam.
Oh, fuck out of here with that. Like,
so Roman Reigns, I think Roman Reigns will lose the title to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam.
Cody at SummerSlam. That, like, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna take the title off Roman at this point, it has to be at a WrestleMania.
What if I tell you, I don't think it's this WrestleMania. I think it's next WrestleMania. He goes for the number 2 record.
Doug, another year of Roman as the champion.
Yeah, unfortunately, that would be one of my predictions here.
Is it a prediction or is it a spoiler? It's a spoiler. But all right, so we all are in agreement. Roman wins. I know Michael. He thinks it's going to be a stack on top of it.
Stack them all up and pin them.
I think
LA Knight.
Yeah.
I think LA Knight hits like AJ Styles with the blunt force trauma. Ends up getting speared and pinned.
Yep. That's what I think happens also.
I actually do think LA Knight's going to take the fall on this one. Because it's going to knock him back down to that US contendership.
Yeah, and right. And then that's what's going to end up being him versus Logan. And I'm okay with that at WrestleMania.
Exactly.
You put the United States Championship on him. I'm good with that. All right. So those are the only 2 matches that are actually matches. Now we got the Rumbles. The Royal Rumble is one of my favorite pay-per-views. Obviously, there's all the surprises and stuff inside the Rumble. Who's going to come out, this or that. You guys want to start with the men or the women's Rumble first? Let's do women's.
Are always
do women's first. All right. So I was talking about this today, and my prediction, if I had to guess, I think Bayley wins the Rumble. That's what
Bayley wins it, huh?
I think the last 2 in the ring are going to be Becky and Bayley, and I think Bayley ends up winning, and it's going to set up her versus Io at WrestleMania. That's what I think. And you could still get to Rhea and Becky with that outcome, and that's just because I think at this point Rhea has, she hasn't beaten the best competitors. She's beaten some people, but at WrestleMania to fight Becky Lynch in, maybe one of the main events, and you beat her, because I think that's what would happen. That kind of solidifies you. You beat Charlotte, you beat her, but I do think that's what sets up Becky and Io at WrestleMania.
You mean Bayley and Io?
Bayley.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Bayley and Io.
I agree with it to a certain point. I think that. Go ahead.
I think if Bayley were to win, she's not out of damage control yet. They haven't turned their back on her fully. She's still there. She's going after Rhea. Damage control is going to hold all the gold. Ooh. Same storyline, different people.
I don't know. I don't think that's a good enough. I don't think they're good enough to hold all of it.
No, I agree. Me personally, I think Becky's gonna win, and that's gonna set up, Becky and Rhea. I think the reason for it is Bayley's gonna last, and it's gonna come down to Becky and Bayley. Bayley's gonna get thrown out, and that's what's gonna have damage control. Oh, you lost another match. You couldn't handle this, and this, and then they're gonna turn her back on her and jump her, and then that's what's gonna set up the. She's gonna be elimination chamber or something match, and Bayley's gonna win, and she'll be the baby face at Mania, and she'll beat Io Sky.
Alexa isn't coming back yet. She just had the baby, guys.
Literally.
She just had the baby. Like,
So
I know
so
that
y'all
some of these women are like in peak shape, but like
Oh, she looks good.
your body has to like. I'm not a woman, so I don't really know. Any women out there watching, let me know. Like your body kind of has to reset itself, doesn't it, after the baby, and like get all of its parts back into where they need to be and all that stuff, right? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. But
Becky wasn't back for at least 3 weeks to 3 months after she had her baby.
right.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in this. You know, neither Bailey nor Becky. I think Jade Cargill makes her debut tonight. Takes the Rumble.
It's no shot.
Yep.
No, I think she shows up tonight. I do. But I
Yeah.
don't
We
think
had
she
a
wins it.
comment up here, I think. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Maybe I can't find it. Let me see if I can find it. But keep going.
My dog Buzz agrees. He's a big
Buzz?
fan of Jade. Yeah.
So
Somebody
she
had
came from
mentioned
AEW,
Jade, but I
right?
can't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really watched AEW.
Oh, she's phenomenal.
I don't know anything about this lady coming through. Jade eliminates
versus,
Nia. I could see that happening.
I'm calling right now Jade versus Bianca at Mania.
Jade versus Bianca at Mania, huh?
Only because only because Charlotte got injured. If Charlotte would never got injured, it would have been Jade versus Charlotte.
Yeah, that's true. I know. I feel like that is more accurate. Charlotte was going to be the passing because I think that's where Charlotte's at right now in her career, right? Is like she's the passing of the torch.
Yeah.
She's not the
16-time champ.
Right, she's 60-time champ. Like I was making jokes. My dad was like, so if they're 16-time champs, doesn't that mean that they lost 15 times? And I was like, well, yeah, technically that's true. But no, I think Charlotte right now, she's the gold standard, no pun intended, for the women in this company right now. And I don't think she'll be back by Mania. That's in what, 3 months?
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight. She tore what, her ACL?
Yeah, she won't be back.
No, I don't think so. But any surprise entrants that you guys think might show up tonight? I personally, one of my original favorites, I think my girl AJ Lee shows up. Get a little chucks and
Yep, I
starts
agree
kicking
with
some
that.
ass. So
I say Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, that's an old one for sure.
Jacqueline. She's been talking about it. She's like, hey, if these girls can do it, these players can come back and wrestle. Why can't I? I'm ready. I'm here. WWE, bring me back.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like other women that could come back that would be a surprise because like we've watched
Nikki.
the Litas, we've watched Trish. I think Trish comes back tonight.
Oh,
Also,
God, please no.
Yeah,
No, I don't think so.
she. Oh, this is not nice, Wes. This isn't nice. I'm not gonna put this up here. I'm not gonna put that up there. She's dead, so I'm not gonna. Victoria. Now I could see that. I could see that happening.
I've heard so like y'all watching TikTok. You know how TikTok's constantly doing stuff. Tag team match. I missed it.
Vince and Laurinaitis versus Woods and Maddox.
Maddox.
That's a. I wasn't gonna put that up, but it's relevant to the company right now. So
Hey, how
throw it
about,
up there.
how about Sable showing up?
No shot. She's got to be too old for that. Naomi, I did read something that said
Yeah.
that WWE and TNA's relationship has been really good since Vince left. So there is a possibility that happens. I think that would be cool to have.
I think
Who she partners with? Oh, Sasha. Sasha's
Banks.
not in the company.
I was literally just gonna say, you know, what do we think the odds of the Boss coming back are?
Is she in AEW? No, right?
She hasn't signed a contract yet.
So then I could see that, but I don't see.
Yep.
Because I feel like if she's going to come back, she needs to win the Rumble.
Yep, for sure.
Or they set up where it's like Sasha's 30 and Bailey's in the ring, and it's Becky, Bailey, and Sasha, and Sasha and Bailey are the last
And then
two.
Charlotte comes limping out, and they all four fight right at the end.
I mean, you might as well bring rearrect China then.
China, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing here? We can't just be talking about dead people all over the fucking this place.
But honestly, if I wouldn't be surprised if the boss Sasha Banks makes a return. With me personally, what I like is have them like since her and Naomi went out together, have them come in, dominate the ring, and then have Banks turn her back on Naomi and throw her out. That sets them up against each other.
In TNA?
No, here.
They're not bringing them back to be wrestlers in this company right now. Do you know how many women there are right now in the division that are just like on point?
It's a possibility.
I mean, it is a possibility, but I have a hard time seeing Sasha come back because she's kind of a brat, you know, and like she's been that way.
She is.
She like you can't be on top the whole time.
They're gonna bring back Snooki.
All right, this is getting a little outrageous. What'd you say, Snooki?
Snooki.
No, they bring Snooki back. I'm gonna be hyped. I love Snooki. I was like, she was a favorite of mine on the Jersey Shore. So yeah, I mean,
you actually watched that?
I'm Italian. Of course, I fucking watched that. You know, they made an emoji just for me. You know,
yeah, sure they did.
But yeah, all right. So shifting to the men's Royal Rumble,
which they just announced that Jey Uso is the number one entrant.
Jay? Oh yeah, he looked pissed yesterday, so that makes sense.
Well, yeah.
But
I think he's gonna he's gonna break Gunther's record, the longest one in the Rumble.
I think he's the first one out.
I think Jimmy throws his ass out.
Yes, we were just
Jimmy
talking
and Solo
about that.
Throw his ass out.
Yeah,
I think that's what
me and Joey were just talking about
because they're going to set that shit up for WrestleMania too, right?
Yes,
yeah. If they're going to set up Jimmy and Jay.
But this is the way I see it. I see because as of right now, the way it's looking, it's like Jimmy is the jealous brother because Jay's doing all these great things. I say Jay breaks the record, and then throws Solo out. And then that's when Jimmy, gets pissed and then throws Jay out. Sets them up.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, there's so many different stories. That's why I love the Royal Rumble because, like,
we're going with no yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet. I like yeet.
So
Yeet's fun.
Let me ask you this, right? You go ahead. You get Jimmy and Jay this year, right? Now, they have already done interviews where they said they want that to be one of their last matches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now you got Jimmy and Jay. They do their last match that they want to do, that they really see themselves doing. Roman loses. Does the entire bloodline just disappear?
I mean, at this point, so here's my thought on the Roman thing. Roman losing the title has to be the end of Roman. Like, there's no shot you come back after the reign that you had to do anything better than that. There's no shot. There's nothing. So
Bruno did.
Yeah, but that's a different time period when you wrestled like once every 6 months.
That's exactly what Roman does. What do you mean?
Well, he's still on TV. He just doesn't wrestle. But
exactly.
I think this is a scenario where like this bloodline storyline's been going on for a minute. I don't think people like fully remember it. And this isn't even good bloodline. This is kind of crappy bloodline. They should have ended this when Sammy left.
Sami Zayn.
It ended the bloodline then, but they're
that
dragging this shit out. I'm done
bloodline.
with it. I don't think Jay is a main event player that all these people are saying he is. So
mid-card at best.
Yeah, like
his main event tag team with Jimmy, that was legit.
Yeah. But that's different. Like
main event WrestleMania last year, that was good.
Right. I just think it's too hard to have. We watched it with. So Edge is a special kind of guy, right? Edge was so talented. Him and Christian, everybody knew that eventually Edge was going to be a star, right? Jimmy and Jay, that's not how this works. Like they're not that. They're not main event guys. They're just not.
No.
They're a tag team. They need to stay a tag team.
I don't know. I disagree.
Agreed.
I mean, look at what all the success Jay's been having.
What success?
I mean, okay, he's bringing in crowds. I mean, he's selling merch. I mean, he's entertaining to watch.
Our Truth sells merch. Like,
Facts.
you
But
can sell merch. I just don't see you. You think, realistically, you think they're going to be like, hey, you know what? We're going to give Jay the World Heavyweight Championship or the Universal Championship, or
No.
we're going to have Jay beat Gunther? No, because I think Gunther loses
I
at
think so.
Mania to, well, I thought it was Brock Lesnar at first, but that's probably scrapped at this point. But
maybe.
oh yeah, it's definitely, you could scrap that one.
I think it'll be Jay. Jay will dethrone him.
You know what? I hope you're right. I do. I hope you're right.
I do. I think
So there's another storyline in this one. Cody and Punk, right? CM Punk,
Yep.
Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
Who's going to finish their story first? I don't think either of them win the Rumble.
Me either.
okay.
Because I think they're going to fight at WrestleMania. That's what I
hope
think.
not. I hope not.
Well, because I think the plan was for Rollins and Seth, or Rollins and Punk, obviously, but Seth messed his knee up. So like,
He says he's still going to be there.
yeah,
But,
okay.
but then why would you have one? Why would you have Seth hold on to the title, and then two? Then what? You're gonna have Gunther dethrone him? Like I'm sorry.
Right, like the heat is between him and Punk. That's
exactly,
what needs
like,
to happen.
right.
Like they didn't WrestleMania and me buying my tickets for WrestleMania already. Like the tickets jumped up, and Punk came back, jumped up tremendously. And then when the Rock came in, it doubled. And I mean, right now the biggest selling points for WrestleMania day one is Seth versus Punk. Day two, The Rock versus Roman.
No shot. I don't want to see Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. I just don't. It's not anything. I have zero, and I've watched wrestling my entire life since I was 5. I think was the first time I remember watching it. Zero wrestling fandom in me wants to see that match at WrestleMania. Zero. I have no desire to see The Rock wrestle again. He's cool. Come out, do your little shtick. You smell what I'm cooking. Raise your eyebrow. Lay the smack down on Jinder. You know, but like, I'm not trying to watch you fight at WrestleMania. Like the dude, his name is Rock. He literally looks like a Rock. Like when he takes his shirt off, like dude is like so fucking stiff. I don't want to watch that. And maybe I'm a little jealous, but I mean, but for real, like
they're prettier.
Is anybody? Oh, thank you. Does anybody want to really watch that match? Like,
yeah,
as a real wrestling fan, I know we got a bunch of people right now watching in the comments. Like, I want to know: is that a match that you guys think is going to be a good match at WrestleMania? Because I think that will be a terrible match. The last time The Rock fought, he tore his fucking pec off his bone or something in his arm. I don't remember, against John Cena, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, damn, that was so long ago. But that's what I mean. Like, I have zero desire to see that. What are you guys into that? You want that to be the main event?
Yes, 100%.
Unfortunately, I do not, but I do think it's going to happen.
Why though?
I actually agree. The Rock is it's like, what's another good example? It's like Goldberg coming back again for the 700th time. Let these new guys, or John Cena coming back again, getting his butt whooped every single time he comes back the last 3 years.
Okay,
let these new guys take the reins. You know, if you're really jealous of him being at the head of the table,
you have two tailor-made main events. Two tailor-made main events. If Rollins is healthy, Rollins and Punk is night 1. And and then Cody and Roman night 2. And you could even have Cody lose again.
You could.
I don't know. I don't know if he can come back from that.
But I agree. But here's the thing: like Goldberg, I'm not a fan of Goldberg, and I hate the fact that Goldberg came in and he just took the title off everyone. He dominated.
Yeah,
I didn't
he
like
screwed
that.
Kevin Owens. Like that was so garbage.
Like the Fiend, like that was bullshit. I was pissed off like that. Like and then it's just like the Rock is different. The Rock, like I said, the Rock hasn't been in the ring, hasn't had a match since 2012. So
exactly.
It's like,
it's 2024.
And the fact
So
that
how are
it's
you going to give
My
him?
son wasn't even alive the last time The Rock
the-
fought at WrestleMania.
But the fact that it's a bloodline thing now, that's what makes it special.
Well, yeah, I got one right here. You know, Roman versus Rock for the title of Tribal Chief, and then what? They're gonna have The Rock win?
No,
No,
he's gonna
Right.
lose.
right.
Right.
So, because I don't think you need the title for that
But
match.
no,
I don't even
100%.
want that match.
100%. But
But-
that also builds and makes it more special for when Roman does lose, and that then makes it special for Cody. Because here's the thing: when Cody, it's going to be Cody's going to be the one that's going to dethrone Roman Reigns, 110%. It's and my thing is, once he dethrones him, that's it. We're going to get a new title. We're going to do this. It's going to be special. That's when Roman's going to drift off for a few months to maybe a year, and then make it come back again, whatever this and this. But that you have to have this. Like this is like there's no other wrestler right now you can sit there and say like, oh, Roman, this person has a chance of beating the unless it's Randy Orton, and I don't see them putting Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns at a WrestleMania. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but I don't. They tease this Rock versus Roman too much.
Yeah, and I'm all for Rock Roman, but not at WrestleMania. Like you just can't. You can't do it at WrestleMania. Especially no shot CM Punk came back and was told, yeah, you know what's going to really sell? We're going to put you at night 1 of WrestleMania, but then we're going to have The Rock main event night 2. Are you serious?
Rock didn't do what CM Punk did though. CM Punk left on bad taste. Rock didn't. Rock's always been the baby of WWE.
I don't know. I just I have zero desire.
Okay. Here's my thing. Okay, so there was a big chance before a couple months ago they were saying that Stone Cold was gonna be back. It was supposed to be Stone Cold versus CM Punk. So you're okay with that match?
No.
Well, yeah, because that's different.
No.
Like at
No.
WrestleMania.
The Rock has been better shape and would be more of a match than.
All right. Touche. You got me.
Did
on
you
that
watch
one.
the Stone
You
Cold
got me
match
on
last
that
year?
one. I'll give you that.
No.
Like-
I give you that. But here's the difference. CM Punk has been like that rumor's been going around for years. Like before Punk even left the company, that him and Austin were gonna fight, but Austin's neck was never good enough.
It's like watching Ric Flair in one of his indie shows this past a couple months. I don't want to see that. Dude looks like he's having seizures doing flips.
Bro, Ric Flair way too old.
Yeah,
You
like
guys,
go woo your ass somewhere else. Like stop it.
I
I
seen
watched
one
parts of that
clip.
match, and it was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen
It
one
was-
clip of him getting beat down by chairs.
Yeah.
And when I seen that, man, it was too much. I felt
right,
bad
so-
for the guy.
We got about 15 minutes before Rumble starts.
Yep.
What are your guys' predictions? Any special surprises for this men's Rumble? Joey?
I don't know. I'm curious. I'm excited. I really am. This is the first time.
Special
it's like, I don't know what's
surprises.
gonna happen.
Yeah, who last year I don't think there were any surprise entrants. I think it was just straight roster that came out. So that was a little different than usual.
I think Andrade will make his return to WWE at the main Royal Rumble tonight.
Who?
Who will?
Andrade.
Oh, Andrade.
Andrade.
Yeah, I could see
Okay.
that. I could see that.
And a Japanese
I've-
guy that.
I've seen some stuff about Strowman making a return tonight.
Yes.
So Jelly Roll's on the pre-show.
Yes,
Wes
sir.
seems to
He's on the panel right now.
Wes seems to think the Jelly Roll's an entrant. That would be
Great.
That'd be money right there.
Listen, I would be pissed. And
Or it'd be like Viscera, guys. That'd be like Viscera getting in it.
right? I'd be
And like I'm a big dude, and I shouldn't talk, but like I don't know.
No,
I don't
stop.
think Jelly Roll's very
I had a guy come up to me in the gym while I'm working out. I'm drenched in sweat and everything. I'm just got done. Comes up to me, he's laughing. What's going on? What's going on? What's up, buddy? Hey, you ever get? Did people tell you look just like Jelly Roll? I looked at. I never.
I'd have been
felt so
insulted
in my
and
life.
I'd have smacked him right in the face.
I'd
I'd be like, get out of here. I look like him.
Wait, what? Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, I get that a lot too. Also, because I'm fat, I feel like that's the only reason people correlate me with Chris Farley.
Well, no. I've known you long enough. and
You know me though. You know me.
Okay, you're right. I know you. Your humor and your style of humor is legit just like Chris Farley. That's why I always thought you were like Chris Farley. So,
Yeah.
but I mean,
But,
I don't
like-
think Jelly Roll.
I would
man.
bench press him.
Put a
Multiple times.
little cross right there.
But
That's my guy right there. That's who I want to see do everything. Grayson
Who is it?
Waller.
Grayson Waller, get out of here.
you know
guys
what?
have, you guys have terrible tastes. Not both of you.
Just
Not all
need
the
to
time.
understand the Waller effect. All right.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I would love to see Road Dogg and Mr. Ass make a return back together.
Come on, what are we doing? Road Dogg and Mr. Ass.
I just
Guys,
do.
the nursing home down the street, that's where they're at. They don't need to be in this match.
Road Dogg, yeah.
I-
Mr. Ass is
I
so
have
good
heard
too.
rumor of X-Pac making a return just for the night, though.
I hope not.
Or how about the
Dolph would be
Hurricane?
cool just because Dolph's in TNA now, so I could see something like that. But then his ass should
Isn't-
just get thrown out right away.
Didn't he go to AEW?
No, he's in
He's in
TNA.
TNA. He was he on AEW for like one moment? No,
I swear to God, I thought he was.
I don't know. I don't watch AEW, so I don't really.
Me
care.
either. Joey would know better.
Yeah,
No,
Look at
it's
Truth.
TNA.
that's who I think should win the Rumble. Our Truth.
Truth.
Yeah, the
Do it for-
Truth
do it-
shall set us free.
Do it for the
Hey, man.
Judgment Day.
Ain't nobody had more title reigns than that man right there.
Okay, hey, you're not wrong. You're 100% right.
I know.
100%. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm wearing my Rhea shirt, and like, you boys know me. You know, when it comes to Rhea,
Mommy knows best.
yeah,
Mommy
for
always
sure,
knows best.
for sure.
I'd take 2 scoops of her any day.
All right. What if Rhea makes it? We talked about it a little bit. Do you think Rhea could make an appearance tonight? I hope, right?
I mean, she already had an interview on the pre-show.
Right here, surprise entrant Hulk Hogan. Hogan was on the pre-show too. What are they doing? What?
If Hogan comes in during the Royal Rumble, I'm gonna jump through the
I will
screen
turn
and
it
throw
off.
myself out.
I won't watch any more of it.
Like,
Okay,
come
that's a
on.
lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm not gonna do that because.
Fine. All right, I'll be okay. I'll be okay with Hogan coming out, being a surprise entrant, and then having Mr. T come up and throw him over the rope.
What are we doing? What is this shit? Like, we're supposed to be the home of. Like, we should be the home of like only getting it right. Mr. T, is he even alive anymore?
Hey,
Is Mr. T alive? Like, that's an actual question.
Yeah.
I think so.
Clubber Lang, y'all watch Rocky 3? Sad one. Spoiler, Mickey dies. Lost it. One of the worst fucking deaths in a movie ever. But all right, so what are your guys' predictions? Who you think's gonna win?
Women, Becky. Men, I'm gonna go with Punk.
Okay.
Okay.
Becky and Punk.
Women's, I'm still gonna say Cargill. I think they're. I do. I think they had such a big hype for her and then did absolutely nothing. I think this would be a good way to like just throw her back into it and give her the shot she was most likely promised. And then let her pick. You know. For men's, that's a tough one.
I don't even think MJF is like. I think
No.
he's hurt, like legit hurt.
And he just secretly signed a new contract with AEW.
Punk wins.
No, he
Cody
didn't.
earns
Secretly,
back
you
the
don't know
rights
that
to
for
Roman
facts.
in elimination. See, I like that. I think Cody won last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Punk wins this. Picks. Well, see, because now you're in a situation, right? What if Rollins isn't healthy?
Right.
If Punk wins and Rollins isn't healthy, then you're sitting at a situation where like, okay, is it just Punk and whoever in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship? You know, like that could be a
And
possibility.
then Rollins has to forfeit it.
Yeah, something like that. But I wouldn't mind seeing Roman versus Punk. They got the Paul Heyman aspect in there. There's a lot of different ways it can go. All right, so you got Becky and Punk. You have
I got I don't
He
want
said
to
he
say
said- he
Punk,
said
but
he
I feel
wanted
like he's
Otis.
the obvious choice. Honestly, I haven't
So
picked the
Cargill
man
and
or
Punk?
for the men's yet.
So you got Cargill and
Unfortunately,
Punk?
yep, we'll lock it in.
All right, lock it in. I predict.
Otis.
Come on.
Oh,
I predict that CM Punk wins the men's and Bailey wins the women's because I really think they're going to set up Io versus Bailey at WrestleMania.
does Bailey pass the torch on to Io then, or
Yeah, I think Bailey loses and then she's just kind of gone.
pin that up again?
Oh, well, we have a
His shoe hurt and
6-week recovery at worst. Oh, okay. Well, so if it's only 6 weeks, then I'm not too worried about it because WrestleMania is in what, 3 months?
yep.
I just
Yeah,
think
like
you have to
April.
play it safe with him. You've ridden this dude hard the whole pause.
Here's the thing.
Pause.
Here's the thing. If Rollins they should know if Rollins is a no-go or not by the Elimination Chamber. So if Rollins is a no-go, well then you put the World Heavyweight Championship in the Elimination Chamber, and then I would be okay with Punk versus Rhodes or Gunther or whatever. But yeah, Punk versus Rollins. There's just too much there. That's a moneymaker.
Right.
I do think we have
feud's
Sheamus
been
coming
building.
back
That feud's been building for
Yeah.
years.
Or like I said,
Like
if
when
the
Punk
Rollins-
wasn't even in the company anymore after he
Yeah.
left.
like
That's just been feuding.
It goes back to the same thing of The Rock and John Cena, how they're feuded. That's Seth and CM Punk right now. And I know, and they're not Punk. And I'm saying it now. Punk will not win against Seth. Seth will win, but I mean, it has to happen. Just like with Roman Reigns. Like I want to see The Rock. I really do because he's just one of my idols. But I would not mind seeing Roman versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. I think that would be a really good match as well.
All right, boys. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Stardust, if Cody wins, technically does win, right? Because like they're the same.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
nobody's ever seen Stardust and Cody Rhodes in the same place. That's the only reason.
I know it's
make that
weird,
connection.
man. It's kind of like Elias and Zeke.
Yo,
Never
I gotta
seen
say,
them together.
Some
have
of
you?
these comments tonight have been on point, and I'm loving every second of it.
Hey, they're talking WWE. Triple H did come out and say he wants to work with Bo Dallas more. So I wouldn't be surprised if Uncle Howdy makes an appearance.
Dude,
I'm not even.
I wouldn't say it's Uncle Howdy. I would say he comes out as Bo, but I would be excited for that.
Bo Dallas, like that's who would excite you, Bo Dallas.
Hey, to be
Dude.
honest with you, I wouldn't even mind, to be completely honest. I know it's not the same, but I wouldn't mind like having a reincarnation of the Fiend and then Bo Dallas play him.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
think you
it-
can bring
it-
that
it-
character back. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. I'm not going to get
that
into
is a
that
whole
right
other
now
show.
because the Rumble starts in 5 minutes, and I'm going to go watch the Rumble. And
I know,
Alex,
I'm
you got to
sorry,
get.
Roman.
Are you coming over here?
I don't know, man. That's a 45-minute drive. I missed the whole first part of the Rumble.
All right, well, we'll video chat. But thank you guys for tuning in. I know this was kind of just a spur of the moment thing, but I never get tired of nerding out if I have the opportunity. So thank you, boys, for joining me, and make sure you guys go like, subscribe, hit YouTube. I know there's a lot of people on
Share,
here right now.
follow.
Share, follow, do whatever you want to do. Really, you can tell me
No,
I'm
do it.
terrible at this.
Help us out a little bit.
You could tell me I'm terrible. I like when people tell me I'm terrible. When I was with somebody else a while back, God, these fucking comments are great. When I was with somebody a while back, we always got hyped when there would be haters in the chat. So I'm always up for that. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you watch the Rumble, enjoy.
I'm undefeated.